Guys, welcome back to another Grow Your BnB video. In this video, I'm going to talk about, actually share you guys how in my investment company, Propearthy, I've got a team of people at the moment who runs through properties, who find through properties. We run through numbers, and I actually want to show you exactly how we do things on a daily basis, so you get an insight of how I find my short-term rental properties in investment, and at the same time, hopefully it gives you an understanding of the depth of deals that we go through every single day to find something that's going to work for me. We don't do sourcing, so it's only for myself, and more importantly, my team takes a lot of time and pride in knowing these numbers, taking a lot of time in researches. And today's video, I just want to show you how we actually work through. So I hope you enjoy, firstly, the way we look at deals, and secondly, hopefully it also allows you to understand how our system and process works in Propearthy right now. So welcome to another Grow Your BnB video. My name is Piers. If you haven't watched any of my videos, I've worked with over 1,250 short-term rental properties all over the UK. And here today, I want to show you some of the numbers that we run through in UK right now. Now guys, as you can see from my screen right now, right? So this is one of our master document that I use. And what you're going to see is there's literally numbers of properties that we go through. And yeah, pretty much, every day, my team are finding different deals all over the UK. We've got different areas that we put in, but today I want to show you how we look at ROIs, and it's just for myself really, but my team has really gone and beyond. Now, first thing I want to show you, like for example here, number 27, right? There's a property we found in Liverpool, and if I show you here, firstly, there's a Rightmove link. Also, what we've done is we've looked at the achievable monthly rental. Now, one of the biggest thing I look at is what does it let out for short-term rental, and what does it let out as a short-term rental where, I only focus on 30 nights or more bookings. Obviously, when you're competing less on not rent to rent, and the numbers fluctuates because your mortgage is a lot less. But I want to quickly run through this really. So firstly, let me just quickly highlight this so that you guys understand exactly how this works. So right at the end, you're going to see the ROI of the actual deal that we've potentially found as a result of doing all these numbers. So the ROI calculator right now says, and my team's run through this number, obviously I'll double check it, but it says 28.95% ROI on the lowest number versus actually on a standard return buy-to-let that is only on 6.21%. So really actually going back into what I said, now, those numbers are based on just all the market research. It starts with, so agreed price. If we buy it for 150,000, the market price, what achievable rent would we find? It would probably be a lot more than that because of the quality on a normal rental. We then have looked at a market comparable an Airbnb on a monthly basis, and someone that is close to that investment property but actually is letting out property as a short-term rental. We then look at what the outstanding mortgage is on that property. We look at the deposit on 30%. We also look at the legals, if we put renovation cost, if we need to. We didn't have to in that one, but the garden needed a bit of work, so we put in some money in there. Furnishing cost and total money on the deal, right? So this doesn't matter. If it's a standard let, you still have that kind of money into the deal. So it says £71,000. Now, obviously the mortgage is worked out around 4% for us because for short-term rental mortgages is a lot higher, 4 to 5% anyway. But you can see we're looking at, standard buy-to-let mortgages are a lot cheaper in percentage, but we're looking at different rates. If there's, if it's a flat, obviously there's a ground rent and leasehold. A lot of time people forget to put that in. The standard ROI calculation really, and then what we're starting to do is put in your, monthly cleaning cost and stuff like that. So here you'll see monthly expenditure as service accommodation or short-term rental, and then you'll see monthly expenditure as a single let on this properties, and at the end what happens is it gives us an ROI calculation. So right at the end you'll see here that this number 27 that we're looking at, based on our lowest research or the numbers that we're trying to do, we're saying that actually the cash flow on that property based on our monthly will make us £18,000 roughly, which is an ROI of 28.95% on the deal. Right, so again, nothing major. You know, we know there's some deals we've done on 90%, there's some deals on 60, 57, so you're going to see a lot of variety of deals that my team finds. But what I wanted to do was give you an insight on how we look at deals on, you know, 50%, 57% on service accommodation versus 7.32 on a standard let. Now, I do want to share you two things here, really. Like, the first thing here is my team has been really trained to look at some of the details around how I used to do my market due diligence. Now, when you're creating team to do this, it's very important that they understand how I see my deals, right? So more importantly, they've seen exactly what I do my numbers. We always look at like the entry boundary numbers. We never look at if somebody's letting out for £3,000 a month on a short-term rental. We want to know what's the lowest we can achieve it. If we can achieve 2.5, even 2.2, we want to do numbers based on that 2.2, not £3,000. Secondly, we also then look at the worst case scenario. If we have to ever take it back into standard let, what return would I get on that property deal? So guys, I hope that kind of gave you an understanding of how I look at my deals on a daily basis. And one of the things I'm extremely grateful is my team runs this report on a daily basis to me. So one of my routine is actually sitting down and going through this deal every single day and finding out what works for us, what doesn't work for us, and actually finding the best deal out there in the market right now for myself for short-term renter business. Well, thank you so much for watching this Grow Your BnB video, as well as Propearthy video, which is my investment company. I just wanted to give you a little bit an insight of how we've transitioned into purchase to short-term rental, making sure that you understand too that in near future I've got loads of clients who's currently doing rent-to-rent, want to move into that kind of business, and more importantly also helping yourself grow your short-term rental brand in future by building asset, right? Cash flow is great. That's what you do with your short-term rental business, but also building asset. Well, look, if you've got any further questions regarding purchase to short-term rental, obviously I work with loads of homeowners, landlords, experienced landlords right now. They're all turning their properties into short-term rental. I'd love to answer any questions you may have. Please comment down below. Do connect with me on social, because that's where I'm always active on a daily basis. So you can find me Piers B.K on Facebook and Instagram. And guys, thank you so much for watching another Grow Your BnB video. I hope it gave you an insight of how my personal ROI calculator works. Believe it or not, if I press create a PDF, it actually gives me a whole file behind it as well. But today I just wanted to give you a bit of an insight behind it. So thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and we'll be back with another video soon.